Hello dear learners, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the English class. In today's lecture, we are going to explore a very special and a deeply emotional chapter from your class 10th English textbook, The First Flight. The chapter is titled as From the Diary of Anne Frank. Now, this is not a fictional story. It is a real story. It is a real diary written by a real teenage girl, Anne Frank, during one of the most horrifying periods of human history, that is, the World War II. But before going ahead, I have brought some reflective writings, for you. So, let's see here. What is a journal? Journal is a full record of a journey, a period of time or an event written every day. Then second one is a log. What is a log? It is a written record of events with times and dates. It is usually official. And the third one is memoir. So memoir is a record of a person's own life and experiences. It is usually of a famous person. Now, as we are going through the diary of Anne Frank, so what is a diary? A diary is a book with a separate space or pages for each day, in which you write down your thoughts and feelings or what has happened on that day. Now, who is this author? Who is this girl? She is Anne Frank. She was a Jewish girl. She is a 13-year-old girl. She was born in the year 1929 in Frankfurt, Germany. But before diving into Anne's story, it is very important to know the historical background, the historical situations in which she lived. Because her diary was not written during the normal days. It was written during one of the most horrifying periods of human history, the World War II. You can see the picture in the background. This is an AI generated image. You can see a war scene here. Houses and buildings are on fire. Soldiers are killing common people, and there is a chaos and confusion. So this diary was written during this period, and more specifically during the Holocaust period. You can see the picture here. People are in concentration camps, and some people who were the supporters of Nazi government, they are taking Nazi flag in their hand, and they are walking in the streets of Germany. So why this all happened? What happened during 1930s? During 1930s, the political and economical condition of Germany was going through a very difficult time. The economy of the country was crashed, and the common people were frustrated. So in the middle of all this, Adolf Hitler rose to power in Germany. This is the picture of Adolf Hitler. You can see his political party was known as the Nazi Party. The Nazi Party in Germany promoted extreme nationalism. So Hitler thought that Jews and other non-German races are responsible for the poor condition of his nation. So whatever is going in the country, he thought that Jews are responsible for that. So he started Holocaust against them. So the Nazi army started torturing Jews. They sent them to concentration camps, and they even killed millions of Jews during the Holocaust period. A lot of people were moving towards different parts of the world in order to escape the Nazi forces. Since Anne also belonged to a Jewish family, they also had to move to Netherlands in order to escape the Nazis. What happened almost in 1944, when the Nazi government extended its power, they captured Netherlands also. So in 1994, Anne and her family went to Amsterdam, the capital of Netherlands, and they went into hiding in this particular building. You can see the picture. This is the office building of Otto Frank, the father of Anne Frank. So in this building, there was a specific place, specific chamber. This chamber was called the secret annex. In this particular place, Anne and her family spent almost 2 years of their life in hiding. So during the hiding periods, Anne started writing diary. Then in 1944 only, suddenly the Nazi forces discovered this hiding place, and they were sent to Anne and her family with lot of other people. They were sent to Westerbork transit camp. You can see the picture. This is the real picture of this Westerbork transit camp, and this one is the AI generated image. So this was the first transit camp where Anne and her family was sent to. This is the another transit camp. The same year in September 44, Anne and her family were sent to this camp. It is called the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. So the condition inside the camp was very miserable. There was no proper facility. So in this particular camp, the elder sister of Anne, Margot, died of typhus, and after a few days, Anne also died. So Anne Frank died at the age of 13. Their father, Otto Frank, remained in this camp until in the year 1945, when Soviet Union liberated this camp in the year 1945. Then what happened? When the World War II ended, Otto Frank, being the only survival of the family, went back to Amsterdam to look his house. When he entered the house, he found the diary of his little girl Anne. When he went through the diary, he found it very interesting. He thought of publishing it. So in the year 1947, with the help of a publisher, he published this diary for the first time. It was published in English. Originally, this diary was in Dutch language. When his father decided to publish, he published it in English. Now there are several movies, there are TV serials, and number of theatrical productions based on this particular diary. The diary has been translated into more than 70 different languages. And now this diary is considered one of the most read books in the world. You can see the real picture of the diary. It is written in Dutch language. Here is a picture of Anne Frank also. Now let us look at the background, chapter of the background. The chapter you have in your book from the diary of Anne Frank, it is taken basically, it is taken from this, the real diary entries of Anne Frank. Here she introduces herself, her school friend, her school environment. She explains why she started writing a diary. Despite being just a 13-year-old girl, her writing is very impactful. It is very mature and relatable writing. Sorry. And the actual power of her writing lies in her intelligence, in her sincerity, and in her everyday voice. Let me ask you a question. Why did Anne write a diary? If you go through the diary, you will find numerous quotes. There are a number of quotations, thoughts Anne Frank has used, but one of the most powerful quotes she has used is, "Paper has more patience than people." So what she actually is saying, we will come to that later on. Now let's look at some teenage reflections. There are teenage reflections in the diary. She talks about school life, friends, her friends in the school, her friends in the surrounding, as well as her family experiences. She writes that she is very talkative, she is emotional, as well as she is also a thoughtful like any teenage girl. So she also writes that she loved her father deeply, but she had a mixed feeling about her mother. Her diary shows growth, maturity, and teenage struggles. Let us look at the diary section by section so that we can find that what NA is telling, what NA is writing about. In the first section, we find that she says that it is a very strange experience for me to write a diary. So this shows that NA has never written anything like that before. While writing diary for the first time, she feels it a very strange thing, as it is common to everyone that if we are doing anything for the first time in our life, we feel it a very strange at the first time. She has some doubts also whether she should write a diary or not, and she also writes that who will be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old girl after a long period of time, who will be interested in reading the thoughts of a 13-year-old girl. She writes, no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl is completely alone. But contradictory to this statement, she also says that I'm not alone. I have a loving parent and a 16-year-old sister, and there are about 30 people around me whom I can call friend. So why there are two different statements? It shows that despite of this having a very loving family, a caring sister, she feels the need of a very close friend to whom she can share her inner thoughts, inner feelings that she cannot share with her family and her sister. In the next section, we are introduced to an imaginary friend. NA is very powerful. She is very intelligent. She has a very good command on the day-to-day language. As she introduced her friend Kitty to us, when she hasn't any close friend, she creates an imaginary friend. She decides to write everything, her thoughts, her inner feelings on a diary. And she says that the diary is a source of comfort and support for her. So through these smooth language and her way of expression, she is able to make a very good connection to the readers, a very good bond to the readers. Now, in the section 3rd, we find that the background, she talks about the Holocaust period. She talks about the fear, the frustration, and chaos and confusion around her during the World War II, and more specifically during the Holocaust period in the hiding place with her family and other people. She talks about the caring family, the loving family she has, and she talks about her relationships with her friends at school, as well as her neighbors and the people who are with them during the hiding period. In the section 4th, she focuses on the school, and she mentions a very special incident that is called the chatterbox incident. As we know that she is a very talkative student. She always used to talk in the class, and once her maths teacher, Mr. Cassing, punished her by giving an essay. He tells her to write an essay on the title Chatterbox. This title Chatterbox is also relatable to NA, as she is very much talkative. So this incident is very humorous. Instead of getting upset, what she does, she answers in a very humorous way. She says that talking is a trait of every student, and she got this quality from her mother, and she is not able to change this particular quality. Talking is a habit that she likes the most. So in this way, she tries to convince her teacher that talking is important. Ultimately, when another essay was given to her, at that time it was titled as An Incorrigible Chatterbox. At that time also, NA got success to convince Mr. Cassing, and after that Mr. Cassing allows her to talk freely in the class. Now let me ask you some questions. If your teacher allows you to talk freely in your class, what would be the topics you like the most? Like, would you like to talk about your dreams, your daily life, your problems, or your passions? As we find in the diary, she chose humor and honesty. Now in the fifth section, let us look at some themes. There are themes: loneliness and need for expression. NA uses writing as a way of communication to her communication and to express her thoughts and feelings. And growth and self-awareness, we find that the diary shows her intellectual development as well as her emotional development during the adolescent period. And the next theme we find is power of writing. The power of writing becomes her outlet for self-expression. And then we have a theme, humor as a coping mechanism. She uses humor like in her essays to deal with such situations. And then we have some literary devices she has used in the diary. The first one is first person narrative. As we know that the entire text is in NA's own voice, making it personal and intimate. So the literary device first person narrative has been used. And the second one is humor and irony. As we know that NA's witty essays reveal her intelligence and ability to cope with the challenges. And the third one is personification. We know that giving a human quality to a non-living thing, it is called personification. So in the diary, she talks the diary as if it is a human friend. She calls it Kitty. She tells that you are a source of comfort and support for me. So she is talking as if she is talking to a real human friend. So therefore, the literary device personification has also been used. Then the fourth one is the simple, clear language. We know that NA's language is accessible, but her emotional impact is very strong. She is not using bombastic words, she is not using very difficult terms or phrases, but she is speaking in day-to-day language, which makes her diary very beautiful. Now there are some textual questions. When you finish the lesson, there are a number of questions at the end of the lesson, but I have brought only 4 questions here. Let us look at these questions, what these questions are telling. What makes writing in a diary a strange experience for Anne Frank? Why it is a strange experience for Anne Frank? As she says that writing a diary is a very strange experience for me. So whenever you are doing something for the first time in your life, it is obviously a strange experience. So she says that it is a strange experience for her. Because she has never written anything like that. She has never written a diary before. That's why it is a strange experience for NA. The second question is asking, why does NA want to keep a diary? So why does, she has a loving family, she has a caring parents, she has a lot of people around her, but still she wants to keep a diary. Why she wants to keep a diary? She says that of course I have a loving family, I have a loving sister, but still I feel the need of a very close friend, a very close person whom I can share my inner thoughts. So a diary would be better, as she says that a paper has more patience than people. So therefore she wants to keep a diary. Question number 3 is asking, what does NA write in her first essay, a chatterbox? As we know that the first essay was titled as Chatterbox. So in the first essay, he tries to convince Mr. K. Singh, saying that talking is the trait of every student, and it is not a bad thing. So she likes talking, and this particular quality is inherited from her mother, so she cannot change that habit. So she writes all these things in the first essay, Chatterbox. The question number 4 is asking, what shows that NA was witty and intelligent? We know that to deal with very difficult situations, even on being called talkative, he is not feeling bad, he is not nervous, he is not upset, but rather she convinces her teacher in a very humorous way. She says that talking is every student's trait, and so managing all this stress and difficult situation shows her witty and intelligence. So we get to know that she is a very intelligent girl. So this is all about today's class. What did we learn today in this lecture? What did we learn? We learned about Anne Frank's personality. We learned about her life in hiding. We learned some themes of hope and humanity. Like we come to know that she is a lively, intelligent and honest teenager, and she uses her diary as a friend to express her inner thoughts. And we come to know about her life in hiding. She and her family went into hiding to escape the Nazis during World War II. And the diary captures her frustrations, her anxieties, her personal life in while hiding in the secret annex, in the secret chamber where they were hiding. Themes of hope and humanity. Even in the middle of these sufferings and tragedies happening around her, still she believes in the goodness of people. So she was a very positive character. She was a very positive personality. Her writing reflects resilience, optimism and strength of human spirit. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope we shall meet again in the next lesson, in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Have a good time. Keep reading and keep learning.